Welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty. We are in year two, and this episode I'm going to be taking on the Texas Longhorns, the only team that beat us in year one. So looking forward to trying to get a little revenge on them. Obviously, they've lost a couple players, Quinn Ewers being the biggest one. He threw for 499 yards and 3 touchdowns against us in a 57-50 game. Was outstanding. One of the best games of the series, and certainly one of the best games I've ever played. It was a game. It just was, and it was complete insanity. But we threw Carson Beck through 2 pick sixes, so certainly hoping that does not replicate today with Gunnar Stockton. But as you see, it is a number 6 versus number 1 matchup. This game is in Athens. That one was at Texas last year. And, was kind of thinking that, if we would take a look at the schedule, see how Texas has gotten to where they are at this point, and then we will, we'll get the game going. We'll go over the roster and get the game going. So Texas is at 3-1. They lost to Oregon in week 1 by 3 points. I don't know officially if that game was at home. Sorry, if you look on the right here, for some of these games, I've been forcing wins. If it's ever like just to make sure the sim thing doesn't have too many upsets. So they beat San Jose State. They beat UTEP, but they're very low scoring, barely winning the games. But this past week, they got a huge win at Ohio State coming into this matchup. And I actually don't know if on the last episode if I did the scores for the top 25 for the week, because we were just coming off of a bye week. But I'll double check that. But yeah, I got a 33-31 win there over Ohio State. So a big road win. So yeah, I don't know for sure if I went over the top 25 scores. So we'll do that again just in case. So we were on a bye week in week 4. Top 25 was Pitt over Syracuse, Florida State over Kent State, Texas over Ohio State, Oklahoma State over Tulsa, Cal over San Diego State, Utah over West Virginia, Texas Tech over Oregon State, Clemson a big win. Kentucky survives on the road. Rutgers survives at home against the FCS Northwest, and they're considered a top 5 team. Miami did get a win here over Florida. Kansas State big over the Pandas. UCF with a nice win over North Carolina, and Michigan number 2 in the country with a 42-23 win over Wisconsin. So just in case I didn't do this, I'm recording a bunch of episodes while I've got some downtime. So can sometimes, I guess, go about missing things. But so doing that just in case. But we've been kind of paying attention to what Arch Manning has done, and it hasn't always been spectacular, I guess. But he is now the starting quarterback for Texas. He is a what would he be now? Because I'm sure he did not redshirt last year. No, he did redshirt. Okay, so he's a redshirt sophomore. I guess he redshirted in real life. So redshirt sophomore, 90 overall, is getting a big coach boost. As he is, well, a slight one. He's at 89 overall. He's been just okay. The completion percentage has not been great. 8 touchdowns, he's thrown 3 picks. So far this year, he does have a rushing touchdown as well. But obviously a high-caliber quarterback. It's a good, accurate, really good arm. His accuracies are insanity. He is very likely going to be a problem for us. He doesn't have mental abilities, which was a big bugaboo playing Quinn Ewers last year. It was definitely a big part as to why they had so much success. A lot of the same running backs as last year. They got C.J. Baxter back. We shut him down pretty well in the matchup. Jadon Blue behind him, Jarrett Gibson, and true freshman Matthew Daniels. But yeah, we held Baxter to something like 63 yards on 19 carries or something. So did at least a good job on him. But as we move to these wide receivers, I got 2 dire enemies here. As Matthew Golden went for a huge, like 175 yards, and Isaiah Bond had like 140 or something in that game. So two elite wide receivers, a really good one here in Jonte Cook. Ryan Wingo is now a sophomore. Let's see how much they played him because he was a very high level wide receiver prospect coming out of high school. Definitely got a little bit more involved so far this year on pace to double up his stats, but got some target hogs here at the top. And DeAndre Moore is the number 5. That should be pretty much everybody we see as far as the wide receivers are concerned. They do have Amari Niblack back. Very, very good tight end as well, with Jordan Washington and Nick Gooch backing him up. Gooch is a true freshman, pretty solid looking player. Left tackle, Kelvin Banks Jr., one of the better tackles in all of college football, coming back. So that was huge for them as a senior. Brandon Baker will be backing him up. Got Nito Umeozulu as their left guard. Max Merrill behind him. Center looks like it's going to be Connor Robertson. DJ Campbell, very good right guard, with Cole Hudson behind him. Jadon Chapman here at right tackle. I want to say, maybe he didn't start for them last year, but I almost want to say that he did, with Jaron Baldwin backing him up. Got a big injury they're dealing with here from Trey Moore. He has got a hamstring tear. He's out for the majority of the season. Was a really good player for them last year, 8 sacks. Already had 4.5 in this one. He got hurt against Ohio State without putting up any stats, but really good player. So a lot of the pressure now is going to be put on Colin Simmons to make up for that for loss of production. Got Justice Finkley behind him. On the other side, you got Ethan Burke and a couple of true freshmen that aren't super ready to play. You'll probably see a lot of Finkley and maybe Colton Vasek as well. I mean, that's where the majority of their star power is on that side, but Ethan Burke is a really good player. Got Jere Bledsoe, speed rusher archetype here at defensive tackle. Got Cameron Day behind him, and Alex January with Gabe Bowers probably as being, or Ballers, or I'll say Bowers, as probably the last guy to play him on the defensive tackles. Moving over to linebackers. Got a good athlete here in Darion Galletti. Tasuli Akana is pretty solid himself, with Shane McOliver as the senior guy, probably not going to play a whole lot. Middle linebacker, you got a couple of pretty solid players, nothing crazy here, and Liana Lafau. Ty Anthony Smith and Alani Cobb's probably not going to play. Sure, they're trying to redshirt him. He is an outstanding athlete, but is certainly not ready to play in a matchup of this caliber. Right outside linebacker, you got an impact player here, and Anthony Hill, who is a power rusher archetype, was a 5-star coming out of high school, has been very good for them. A pass rusher, I'm guessing they're playing more off ball with his deflections and stuff. He does have 2 sacks so far this year, so we'll see what kind of impact he maybe has and what role he's playing. Got a really good cornerback here in Malik Muhammad, 93 overall after the boost. High-level cornerback. Has an interception on the year. Did not have one last year. Maybe teams just were not testing him. He was hurt, I believe, last year when we took down Texas. That was a big reason why we were able to score 50, and we lost the game. But, throwing 2 pick sixes, still scoring 50, because we were able to throw the ball well on them. Beck had over 500 yards and 7 touchdown passes because they had their top 2 cornerbacks were out, and we still lost the game. Jarrett Rollins Benton is their number 2, it looks like. Javion Cole at number 3. They might be swapped up officially, though. Got Wardell Mack, Jalen Gilbo, and Kobe Black. Kobe Black was the guy, if I'm not mistaken. He was the one. He had the 2 pick sixes against us and really did nothing else. There was the only 2 interceptions he had, only had 13 tackles, but he had 2 pick sixes off of Carson Beck in that game. So, arch nemesis for the Dogs there for sure. Free safety, you got Xavier Filsami, Michael Taafe, Dakota Titus, probably going to be the main ones playing there. Really good athlete here in Filsami. Strong safety, you got Derek Williams Jr., Jelani McDonald, and Josh Clinton. Got a solid kicker and Will Stone back, and got Michael Kern as their punter. Last year, I know they used Isaiah Bond a lot as their return guy. This year, it looks like it's Jonte Cook and Ryan Niblett. But yeah, I am super excited about the opportunity to try to beat them. And you know what? Game of the week, we're going to dress for Texas's funeral. Sanford Stadium will be rocking. As we do see Harry Dog here. Got some of the fans definitely blacking it out. It's not a full blackout like we had a couple of times last year, but Georgia is rocking the black jerseys, trying to make a big statement here in a top 10 matchup. Arch Manning coming off an impressive win at Ohio State last week. Now gets to travel on the road again to take on the #1 Georgia Bulldogs team. Gunnar Stockton has been very efficient. Georgia has been able to run the ball a whole lot this year. We'll see if that is able to continue or if a lot more will be around Stockton's arm. As Thorson's kickoff is down, we are away. Jonte Cook takes that one for a touchback. Major problem stopping the pass game for Texas last year. Isaiah Bond and Matthew Golden absolutely torched us. But we did slow down the run. C.J. Baxter still an excellent running back. And this Georgia crowd is alive early in this one as Arch Manning comes out in the empty set, tries to get that over to Bond, tackled down immediately by Dalen Everett, who has 5 interceptions so far on the season. It's a carry to C.J. Baxter. Able to fall forward there, which should have been a gain of about 5. Ended up being a gain of 8. And it is already a third down here, 3rd and 2. It's a run again to Baxter, shut down by Christian Miller. What an outstanding player Miller has been here in his time in Athens. Off to another fantastic start here as a junior. As Texas quickly has to go 3 and out. Nitro Tuggle on the return. Doesn't get a whole lot, but this Georgia Bulldogs offense is out quickly after a great defensive stop. And if you think that this team is not going to try out the deep ball in this one, you are mistaken. Gunnar Stockton comes out in a 3 wide receiver set in the shotgun. Stockton takes the snap. Going to get that out to Dylan Bell, but it's knocked away. Good play there by Javion Cole to get back over and knock that ball away. Same setup here. Stockton takes it. Tries to dump off a screen. ETN with a lot of blocking. Makes a couple of defenders fall down as he gets across midfield, a gain of 29. Absolutely perfect screen design there for the Dogs. Stockton, it's a handoff to ETN. ETN with some good running room. Falls forward for a gain of 9. I can promise you if they are not going to stop the run any better than that, then Georgia is going to lean on this stable of backs. Roderick Robinson now out for the first time. It's a bunch set. Carry goes to Robinson, gets the blocking he needs. Gain of about 3 there and easily gets the first down. The Robinson guys have had their carries cut down a little bit so far this year with the new freshmen getting looks. Oscar Delp trying to get him started early. It's been a slow start for him as the offense just have not had to throw the ball a whole lot. Been a very run-oriented offense so far this year. Stockton takes the snap. He gets that out to Delp again. Delp's going to take that one to the end zone on the RPO. Georgia up early. Coach Brown said that this week of practice was as focused as he has seen them since the national championship game. This Georgia team has been really looking forward to their chance to get revenge here over the Longhorns. And Oscar Delp, who had a big day against Texas last year, gets off to a fast start here. Gunnar Stockton's, knock on wood, elite efficiency to start this year has continued. Georgia's up 7-0. Kickoff is away. Thorson drives that to the back of the end zone. Niblett takes it down for a touchback. Arch Manning. This offense has struggled at times this year. Went 3 and out. Send Bond in motion. It's a carry. Wrapped up in the backfield. Jordan Hall, Damon Wilson, and Christian Miller combine on the stop. Now a 2 running back set as Blue is now out there as well with Arch and Baxter. They send Blue in motion. They try to get the little screen pass out to him. Gets a pretty good pick up there, a gain of 5. Georgia's going to try to react to that better than they did last year. 3rd down again. Texas team, they put Bond in motion. And they try to throw it out wide, but it's read by Raylan Wilson. They are making a point that these motion plays are not going to work the way that it did last year. Texas has run 6 plays on offense. They've gone 3 and out on 2 drives. This has been about as bad a setup as Texas could have had to start this game. 3 wide receiver set. Stockton sends his man in motion. It's a toss out to Humphrey. Gets some decent blocking, takes that for a gain of 5. It has been a no-nonsense week at practice. This Georgia team is looking for blood. Gets this one out to Anthony Evans. Spins away from the first defender. Dylan Bell not able to hold on to the block there. It sets up a 3rd and 3. 3 wide. Spread look. Stockton sends his man in motion. They set up the screen. Dylan Bell does not catch it though. Georgia's going to have to punt it away. Don't really know what happened on that, but Texas luckily gets a stop, as that would have been a for sure 1st down with 2 blockers out ahead of Bell. Texas gets a second chance here now. Texas in the pistol. They send their man in motion. It's a toss out to him. Shot stopped in the backfield by Jamal Jarrett and Kristen Miller. The motion plays that worked so well for Texas, at least early in this one, are not working today. Arch Manning again sending somebody in motion. It's Golden. It's a carry to Baxter. Baxter with a really good run there. Good blocking. The Georgia defense was very spread out. Baxter was able to just take that one up the middle. Got a 2 tight end set, sends the man in motion again. This one's a fake to Baxter. He breaks the tackle, then gets smoked down by Jarrett, but it's a good run. Baxter already about halfway to the amount of yards he had in this game last year. Arch again sending the man in motion. It's Isaiah Bond. This is just a dump off to Bond, taken for a gain of 5, where he is wrapped up by Bowles. 3 wide look. Again, a man sent in motion here. It's Bond again. This one's going to be a carry, though. Wrapped up by Ellis Robinson and Aguero. Gain of 2 sets up a 3rd and 3. Got 2 running backs in the backfield. Jarrett Gibson on the field for the first time. Gibson goes in motion. They take that away, but Niblack able to find a little soft spot up the middle. Georgia jumping on that swing pass again. That's the one they stopped on the 3rd down on the previous drive. 3 wide set. That's the end of the first quarter. Georgia up 7-0, but Texas is driving. Pretty solid first quarter for Georgia. They've gotten 2 3-and-outs on defense. Texas is putting together a drive here. Georgia did unfortunately also have to punt on their last possession. Two tight end set out of the pistol. Sends a man in motion. It's a touch pass to Golden. Georgia defense makes sure he cannot go out wide, but he was able to turn that one in for a gain of 7. I think Georgia can largely live with that. This is a handoff to Baxter. Shut down by Aguero. It's a 3rd down, 2 tight end set. Send a man in motion. It's a wide carry to Baxter. He gets wrapped up and shut down. Texas is going to have to punt. The kick is off the upright. Georgia remains up 7-0. I do not like how it flips the field sometimes after these missed field goals. That's definitely something that's not supposed to be in there. But Stockton takes the snap, gets it to Dylan Bell, who does hang on to this one. Georgia now back out in the shotgun. ETN in the backfield with Stockton. ETN's going to get the carry, tackled down by Ethan Burke, but it's a gain of 3. Stockton calling a hot route, takes the snap. Going to dump that over to Anthony Evans. Anthony Evans able to make the catch and break the first tackle. Solid gain for the back there. On the double. Stockton takes the snap. Quickly drops this one off to Humphrey. Humphrey able to take that one for a first down. Branson Robinson now in the backfield with Stockton. It's a carry. Branson tries a spin move there. It's a solid gain. Gain of 3. Looked like a bigger play than that. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to get this one quickly to Delp. Delp able to take that for a gain of 8 and the first down. ETN back out there now. It's a 3 wide set. And it's going to be a carry to ETN. Outruns the defender, just lowers the shoulder. Finally brought down, but an easy first down there. ETN still out there with Stockton. And it's a handoff to ETN, who's going to take it up the middle. Down to the 1. Georgia's going with the no-nonsense, bringing out the heavy lifters. Percy Breeze, the true freshman, in at fullback. And it's a toss out to Roderick Robinson. Able to knock it in. Georgia's up 2 scores. kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 for Georgia. Cook takes that for a touchback. 2 tight end set. Send the man in motion. It's another touch pass. Georgia reads it, turns Matthew Golden back inside. It's still a gain of 5. Those plays were hitting us for literally probably gains of 10 to 15 with a lot of consistency. A 2 tight end set. Drag down Jordan Hall. His first year as a starter has been sensational. It is now a 3rd and 10. Georgia pinned their ears back here. They drop in coverage. That ball is knocked away. KJ Bolden with the tip away. Texas gonna have to punt for the 3rd time. Over to Nitro Tuggle. Takes the punt, gets a decent gain out of it. Let's see what I want to do here. It's a 3 wide receiver set to the left side. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to get this out to Anthony Evans very late. Anthony Evans down the sideline, a spin move. Inside the Texas 35. He is so fast. Stockton. It's a handoff to ETN. ETN takes it for a gain of 6. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to scramble up. Did have Dylan Bell for the touchdown. Stockton takes it to the 12 and gets out of bounds. I saw the opening and took it instead of trying to pass over the top. Stockton with ETN. It's a handoff to ETN. Takes it for a gain of 5. Running game has been largely exceptional so far as we have hit the 2-minute warning. Georgia trying to put this game away. It's a carry to ETN, takes it up. Gain of 4, makes it a 3rd and 1. Two tight end set here again, but it's Roderick Robinson in the backfield. Roderick's going to take it and get his 2nd touchdown of the day. Walks into the end zone. Georgia trying to put a number on this Texas Longhorns team that kept them from an undefeated season last year. Kick is off. Jonte Cook may get a chance to return this one. He does take it out. Run down at the 18 though. It's a 3 wide set. Now Black in the slot. Drop back to pass. He's going to dump that off to Isaiah Bond, who gets wrapped up. It's a gain of 5. Georgia got killed with the explosive plays last year. They said if they got a chance to play them again, they would be able to shut it down. So far, they have been proven right. Golden on that catch. He does get the 1st down. Arch running the clock down. I think something glitched. I'm gonna go off sides. I think something glitched was that. I don't think there's any real reason for them to not be taking the snap. They should be trying to score. And I didn't want to just decline the penalty and then them, run out of time. This one thrown out wide. A hell of a pass to Jonte Cook. The first real big play of the day here for Texas. Arch Manning now in an empty set. Takes the snap. Gonna get sacked on that one. Jalen Walker comes through for the Dogs. Baxter now back in the backfield to help block. They tried to send that over the top, and it's completed. And Jonte Cook, how did Aguero miss that ball? Texas is able to strike in this first half. It took back-to-back big plays to Jonte Cook. But they have reached the end zone. That's what they killed Georgia with last year. Had 2 or 3 just bombs down the field that Georgia defensive backs just could not make plays on. Nitro Tuggle back to take the kick here. Gonna get stopped at the 16. How aggressive is Georgia in this situation? Stockton in an empty set, takes the snap. Gonna get that quickly to Nitro Tuggle, who takes it for a first down. Georgia's gonna hurry up. Stockton quickly takes the snap, gets it over to London Humphreys, who goes out of bounds. A gain of 6, 35 seconds left and 3 timeouts. Don't press that man. Stockton. Going to take the snap. He's going to go over the top. Anthony Evans catches it on the dive. Georgia's going to call a timeout. Threw that one just a hair too far. But Anthony Evans. Let's take a look at this replay. Yeah, you stop pressing him. Don't care how good your quarterback is. Or cornerback, excuse me. What a grab. What a catch. That's pretty much guaranteed to be the thumbnail there. Georgia now quickly in scoring position again. Gunnar Stockton takes the snap. Tries to scramble out. Just going to dump this off to Nitro Tuggle. Tuggle gets down the sideline. He's going to score. Excellent improvisation from Stockton. Nitro Tuggle walks into the end zone on that play. Stockton had room to run there. Instead, just kind of tosses it lightly over to Nitro, and then he put on the Nitro and easily gets into the end zone. Just as Texas thinks they're getting some momentum, Georgia snatches the rug out from under them. 4 plays, 85 yards. This is going to be taken for a touchback by Niblet. I don't know what it is about this Texas offense. My Lord, they create gaping holes in the secondary. What happened on this play? Sorry, I know I'm pausing it a lot today. Oh, okay. So KJ Bolden, I guess because I didn't do the over the top, this guy runs a hitch, a deep hitch, and allows him just to, okay. Texas strikes back. Texas isn't going to go away quietly. Jonte Cook's got 300 yards of offense already. Okay. All right. Left me 15 seconds. You better not press Anthony Evans. I am trying to put it on Texas today. don't. So I'm going to take my 2-score lead and the ball at halftime. I'm going to run out the clock. Branson Robinson with a huge gain. Georgia's going to call a timeout. I can somehow find a way to put themselves into field goal range. Just 8 seconds left, though. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to loft that over. 3 seconds left. That ball should have been intercepted. Stockton comes out in the shotgun. They're just going to set up a screen. Georgia makes something happen, gets a big block, but he gets run down. Stockton with 234 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air in the first half. Roderick Robinson has found the end zone twice. If it's not for 2 busted coverage plays, the first one's not a busted coverage play. That's just an outstanding play from Manning to Cook, but then the second one was definitely a busted coverage play. Georgia's running away with this one, but those plays did happen. It is a 2-score lead for Georgia, though. There's the Jonte Cook touchdown. It's wide open down the field. This is the RPO touchdown to Oscar Delp to get things started. And Georgia's going to start off with the ball to start the second half. We've really been able to run the football. Georgia's created some big pass plays. They're going to come out in the 2 tight end bunch set with Roderick Robinson. It's a carry to Roderick. Takes that for a gain of 3. London Humphreys sent in motion. It's a touch pass to him. Ethan Burke got 2 sucked in there on the inside. London Humphreys able to take that for a first down. Burke was very close to blowing that play up. But instead, it's a Bulldog first down. It's a handoff to Etienne. They get off the block that time. As Cameron Day gets the big stop. Stockton, 3 wide receiver set. He takes the snap. Oh, and he's going to get sacked. He was just about to throw it. It's now a 3rd and 19. Georgia certainly does not want to give this ball back. Played too well in the first half to put Texas back out there when it looks like they're about to catch fire. Stockton takes the snap. Gets hit right as he throws. That was a deep setup. Georgia is going to have to punt it away. Not the start they were looking for to the second half. Good punt from Thorson, taken for a fair catch. All right. Need Georgia to not give up gigantic plays. Baxter in the backfield. It is a pass. Over to Knoblack, gets dislodged by Aguero. Texas is a good team. They're not going to they're not going to go away quietly. It's a counter play, stuffed Jamal Jarrett and Jalen Walker. 3rd and 12. He has to dump that off underneath. Knoblack tackled down immediately. Texas also going to have to punt here. Nitro Tuggle back on the return. Gets some good blocking. Nitro Tuggle gets it past the 35. Georgia with good field position to start off this drive. Etienne gets the carry, gets good blocking, finds some patience. Takes that for a gain of 6 on the first down play. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to dump this to Lucky. Lucky is not able to get up the field. It's actually a loss of yards there. Georgia now in danger of having to punt for a second straight drive. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to get that over to London Humphreys. Nice adjustment on the catch. That's a third down completion. ETN sent in motion. It's a pass out to him, and oh, number 8 does not make the play, and ETN with a huge gain. Javion Cole, who made a really nice play early in this one, whiffed on the tackle and just sprung ETN for a huge play there. Stockton sends Evans in motion. It's a screen pass to Evans. That's the one they tried to get to Dylan Bell earlier that didn't work. He does take a hard tackle, I believe, Jelani McDonald. But it does go for a first down. 3 wide receiver set. It's a carry for ETN. Gets a little bit of running room there behind Kelton Smith. Bunch set to the right. It's another carry to ETN. ETN's going to take that one for a first down. First and goal at the 6. It's now 3 wide receivers to the left. It's going to be a carry to Branson. Branson takes it to the 1. Georgia wants to punch Texas in the mouth here, I am sure. ETN back out there. ETN cuts it in. Gets low on the defensive tackle. Shoot the arrow, young man. Georgia back up 3 scores. This has been a largely excellent day for the Georgia offense and the Georgia defense, really outside of 2 plays. Oh, I messed that up. Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying sorry to y'all. It still only gets taken out to the 20 by Jonte Cook. 3 wide receiver set. They send Bond in motion. It's a run to Baxter, shut down by Jordan Hall. Jordan Hall may win the Heisman. He's sensational. They do set the screen out there, but Golden is tackled down by Julian Humphrey. It's a gain of 4. Oh, the Lord, if I whip that tackle with Humphrey, Golden might be out. 3 wide receiver set. A man comes in motion again. And it is going to be an RPO to him. Julian Humphrey not able to make the tackle. Isaiah Bond. That's a heck of a play by Bond. Texas really needed that first down. They were going to have to punt the ball again. If we'd have got up another score, that would have essentially been the dagger. It's a play-action pass. That's picked off by Bowles. Read it the whole way. What a play by Bowles. Arch thought he could fit that pass in. That's remembering what they hit you with last year. They used that play for a big score last year. Bowles did his homework. And that was certainly not a great throw. Gunner takes the snap. I'm gonna try to dump this one off to London Humphreys, who does catch it for a gain of 4. Got to be careful with those passes. wide set. Stockton takes it. Going to try to throw this one out to Evans. Evans gets that ball knocked away. Might just be a throw. Gunner doesn't quite have the arm strength for. Stockton sends Anthony Evans in motion. This is going to be a carry to ETN. Gets the blocking he needs. Makes a man miss. Read that RPO perfectly. And that's the end of the third quarter with Georgia up 35-14. Looking to score and put this game away. They have made, outside of 2 defensive plays, one of them being just an outstanding play for Texas, they have made this game a living hell for them to try to score with any consistency.
Ready, set. 29 Billy.
Stockton takes this. I did not mean to throw that. Certainly not mean to throw it like that. Called by Anthony Evans for a gain of 1. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to dump this off to ETN. ETN takes it up. It's a 3rd and 5 setup. Stockton, the empty set here on 3rd and 5. Sends his man, London Humphreys, in motion. It's a screen pass to Delp, who's not able to quite get the blocks in time. Woodring out to punt. Or excuse me, kick a field goal. The kick is up and it is good. Sometimes live commentary gets to you when you're trying to talk. Thorson now out to boot this one away. Kicks that way into the back of the end zone. Georgia up 38-14. As Arch Manning and this Texas offense have got to find a couple of more big plays. And instead they run space, and he's going to take a 12-yard sack from Jalen Walker. Maybe Christian Miller got involved there as well. That's a dreadful start to this drive for Texas. Now dumps this one over the middle. Tackled down by Raylan Wilson. 3rd and 16. Three wide receiver set. Just dumps that one off to Isaiah Bond. 4th and 10. Texas is going to have to go for it here. It's dumped off, but Aguero makes the tackle. Jonte Cook. Georgia has the ball. And for the first time today, we are going to see Tavares Tobias. Georgia's going to utilize their heavy hitters here to try to put this game away. This time they do stop Tobias. A loss of 2 there on that carry. Roderick Robinson now out there with Stockton. It's a run. Takes it for a gain of 4. Now a 3 wide receiver set. Stockton's going to let the clock run down some here, I'm sure. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to loft that one to the back of the end zone. Anthony Evans just barely gets knocked away. Woodring back on for the kick. And he misses it. Georgia's still up 38-14. But a missed field goal for Woodring. A heck of a throw and a heck of a catch by Isaiah Bond.
On the
He
double.
got waylaid by Bowles there. Just decleated.
Let's go.
Arch takes the snap. Set it up to get it over to Jonte Cook. Gain of 9.
Ready, set.
Can't believe I missed another field goal.
Set. Ready.
Wolverine's going to go undrafted because of me. That ball is ticked off Julian Humphrey. I don't exactly know what Arch was trying to do on that play. It looks like he could have just gone over the top. Probably could have gone over the top to Anthony Bolden, or excuse me, Matthew Golden. Let's take a look here. So he's got safety help, and that's a throw he just shouldn't. Like I don't know what he's doing here. Like that's just really, really poor decision making there from Arch. But it's to my benefit, so I'll take it.
On the set.
Georgia now back out on offense.
3.
It's a carry to Tobias. Takes that for a gain of 7. Wouldn't expect too many more carries here for ETN.
Ready, fight. Freedom.
I'm not. You're not gonna put 11 men in the box. Stockton. What in the hell kind of throw was that? 3rd and 3. Sorry, I get greedy. I do. Like,
Ready up.
you're not gonna put 11 men in the box. Like I can't and have me not try to take a shot. I try to throw that just straight up for Evans. I don't know why he ended up throwing that to the middle of the field. Stockton takes it, dump down. Humphreys make sure they get the first down and can keep the clock moving. ETN runs tough there. He is well over 100 yards in total offense in this one. ETN still out there.
Here we go.
It's another carry to ETN. Sets up a 3rd and 2.
On the ready.
Tavares Tobias now out here. 3 wide set. The last play before the 2-minute warning likely. Tobias able to deliver the blow and move forward on that play.
Okay, ready. Can.
As him and Ty Anthony Smith met at the first down marker.
Okay, break.
Tobias able to get leverage. And while he didn't break the tackle, was able to fall forward. Tobias gets the ball again. Runs it up a gain of 3.
Are you ready?
ETN back out there now. Stockton in the shotgun. To carry to ETN. He covers up and gains 3.
Ready.
Should have put on 2 clock.
Spider.
We'll just run it. Ransom Robinson gets the first down. And Georgia has now officially put this game away.
Easy.
They can take one more snap here. Probably one more snap. And then run out the clock. Branson Robinson had to put one last exclamation point on this game.
Ready, set.
Georgia with a 38-14 win in a huge revenge game after suffering their only loss in the 2024 season to these Texas Longhorns. Outside of two gargantuan big play touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the first half, Georgia completely shut down Texas's offense. They adjusted so well to what they did the year before, and Arts was just not able to do the things that Ewers did to us last year. 2 interceptions of Arts Manning as well. As this is again going to be a situation where I win the game, but they show nothing but highlights of the other team. Georgia came out in the black jerseys, wanted to make a point in this one, and they did. And in Texas, their second loss of the season. Georgia at 4-0, 1-0 in conference play. Let's take a look at the stats. Gunnar Stockton, 25 of 32, 302 yards and 2 scores through the air. ETN, 16 carries, 91 yards and a touchdown. Roger Robinson, 2 scores, less than super efficient day. Some of that is because of the 2 scores. Branson, 5 carries for 53 yards. Tobias did get in action there late in the fourth quarter, 4 carries for 11 yards. Stockton took a sack but did have a nice scramble as well. Really impressed with Gunnar. I mean, outside of me just trying to take the shot there at about the 4-minute mark left in the fourth quarter, I thought it was very accurate. Don't really know what happened on that particular throw, but thought he was very, very good. Receiving game, Humphrey, 7 receptions, 53 yards. Anthony Evans, 6 for 96. Dealt 4 for 42 and a touchdown. Did the majority of his damage early on, but did have a 26-yard touchdown. ETN, 3 catches, 51 yards through the air. Nitro Tuggle, 2 for 40 and a score. Lucky. That was an unlucky play for him on his 1 catch. Branson, 1 for 8. Dylan Bell, 1 for 13. I want to get Dylan Bell more involved. I attempted to today. He dropped 1 pass and then had like a screen I set up for him, just like went right past his head. Not exactly sure what happened, but would have at least been 3 catches for him. Kelton Smith gave up the only sack for us. Defensively, Bowles is a stud. 9 tackles, a tackle for loss, and an interception way down the field. Wilson, 8, 1 tackle for loss. Kristen Miller, 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and a half sack. Guerrero, 5 tackles. Jalen Walker, a 4 tackle, 3 tackle for loss, sack and a half game. Julian Humphrey with the other interception and 3 tackles. Jamal Jarrett, a 3 tackle, 1 tackle for loss, and Jordan Hall, 3 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. The only sacks we had came from Walker and Miller on the combo, and again, the 2 interceptions. Texas' offense has not been good to start this year, and I don't really think Arts played that well today. Had the busted coverage on 1 long touchdown and a good throw to that Jonte Cook just made a really nice play on the first score. I mean, other than that, the stats end up to me looking a lot better than how he played. He goes 20 for 24, 259, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Both of those being poor decisions. And we again end up shutting down Baxter after a really good start to the day. 11 carries, 29 yards for him. Banning way into the negative. Isaiah Bond does have 1 catch on a technical RPO for 2 yards. Isaiah Bond, 6 for 40. We really shut that down. 5 for 24. We shut Golden down. These 2 guys ate on us last year. It was Jonte Cook that had the big day today. 5 catches, 167 yards, and 2 long touchdowns. Nye Black, 3 for 22, and Jadon Blue did have 1 catch out of the backfield for 6 yards. We got the 2 sacks on them. And Phil Same ended up with a 15 tackle game. Oliver McDonald with 8 and a tackle for loss. Bledsoe with 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Day with a tackle for loss. Lefeu, and McDonald each with tackles for losses. The only sack went to Bledsoe. No interceptions. We played largely extremely clean on offense so far this year, and that's been, I think, a big difference. The defense has now played extremely well 3 out of the 4 games. And that's been crucial. Me not turning it over, The defense playing very well. I've tried to be better about just wrapping up and tackling, not going for hit sticks that cause bad hit stick angles. And I think that's really helped. Yeah, we'll advance the week. We'll go over the top 25 scores. We'll take a look at the season stats. See if I'd had people coming in for a visit. Montrell Goodwell, we came from behind there to get that commitment. Miles Roche, a 5-star left tackle, has committed. Edward Etling, a 5-star left guard, has committed. Jarek Shaughnessy, a 4-star right end, has committed. Greg DiNapoli, a 4-star wide receiver, has committed. That's how you do that. So we did lose Combs, who I really wanted bad, and I'm going to go back to it. And this Antoine guy commits to Oregon. He was like the only real defensive tackle I was strongly going after. But he was the number one guy, so I wasn't as worried about him being a bust. The attributes and stuff still look good. I pushed hard for him, but Oregon can recruit in this game. Looking really good for a lot of these guys. See what Kiki, I just don't think that was going to happen. But yeah, should have a lot of points available now to kind of throw around. I know I have some positions in need. I'll probably come back and look. What do we have here? Scheme Guru unlocked. Nice. Don't have any points to unlock it. But next time I see you guys, we will be taking on what is an 0-4 Ole Miss team. Wow. Do not know what has happened to them. I guess losing all their star players. Juice Wells came into this year as the number one guy for the Heisman. But they are struggling, to say the least. So I guess week 5 was a big bye week for most teams. We had ours in week 4. We had Minnesota upsetting Rutgers 24-21. Rutgers has been kind of just hanging on to that undefeated mark, by a thread. Syracuse with a nice win there. Utah 24-17 over Kansas. Cal 32-15 over UNLV. Washington 24-16 in an upset over Michigan. Washington at 4-1 is not ranked. They were really bad the previous year. So they may be way down the rankings trying to climb, but at 4-1 they should be up there, I think, especially after that win. We beat up on Texas. Arizona continues a strong start to their season. Iowa with an upset of Penn State at home. That's a tough place to play. 45-42. I don't know who Iowa has as offensive coordinator, but good Lord, it must be Andy Reid must have decided he was tired of head coaching Patrick Mahomes and went for coach for the Hawkeyes. South Carolina 58-39 over Kentucky, and a big win for the Gamecocks. And we have UCF beating Cincinnati. Let me just take a peek kind of at the rest of our schedule. So, yeah, it's the same. Okay, so it's the same conference teams as last year. I'm just trying to double check. I wanted to make sure of that. So, huge win for us. This obviously sucks that it's this level of a matchup against Ole Miss. Maybe they'll be a better team than what the record shows. Then I'm hoping we have a ranked home game against Kentucky. So 3 home games here before we go back-to-back weeks on the road before the neutral site game against Florida. But we'll take a look. Let's just see if I maybe have somebody on Heisman watch. ETN maybe. ETN still hanging in. Still hanging in. He was down at 5th, I think, after our bye week. So he's still holding on strong in there. Got some good competition, including former Georgia Bulldog Brock Vandegrift having a great season for Kentucky, coming off like 459-yard passing game with 3 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. He did throw 2 picks in their loss, though, to Carolina. Yeah, we'll take a look at our season stats right quick. We're trying to do a better job. Remember to do that. So Stockton has been incredibly efficient. 1 interception. Probably has had a throw or 2 that could have easily been picked off. But, I mean, a 12-1 touchdown interception ratio, that was really the big thing holding us back at times last year, was me throwing interceptions right before halftime or around the goal line. So far, we haven't done that. We've done a much better job of taking care of the football. I think that's a big part of why we've seen some of these, more spread out scores this year. ETN has still been really good, 7.6 yards a carry. Again, he still has that 77-yarder in his bag that makes him – he's been very efficient, but it certainly boosted 4 scores. Tobias, still our second leading rusher with 2 scores. Got to get Branson in the end zone, but he has looked really good. Roderick Robinson, 4 scores now on the year, still sub 100 yards rushing. Stockton has looked good when I've had him scramble. Easy did not get involved in that game. Anthony Evans is still our leading receiver by a pretty wide margin. I mean, he is the focal point of the passing game. You know, yeah, he's looking like he's gonna have a very good season. So you know, Humphreys is taking over that slot role, which is going to help him with that. You know, replacing Love is going to help him get more consistent catches. But I mean, Anthony Evans is the guy I'm trying to consistently get the ball to. Trying to do a little bit better job of getting it to Delp, and it worked out early in this game against Texas, including getting him his second touchdown of the year. Dylan Bell, we're throwing it. We might be throwing it a little more heading into to conference play now that has started. So definitely going to try to get him involved as a senior. He's off to a slow start, but he finished really strong last year. ETN, of course, has been solid through the air. Tuggle is making plays when I get him the ball. Scored a touchdown. Lawson Lucky has been okay, just not heavily involved. Easy hasn't had a catch in a couple weeks. Robinson, and we have Kenny Boyce down here. Blocking. Kelton Smith has given up the most sacks, with Freeland giving up 1 as well. Braylon Wilson leading the team in tackles. Bowles is behind him. It's always good when your linebackers are your leading tackle guys instead of having like a safety or something in there. But Jalen Walker, of course, is having an outstanding season, looking like he might be pushing for an All-American bid. 23 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 5 sacks for him. Jordan Hall, 21 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. Has been really good the past couple of weeks. 3 tackles for loss, 4 the game before with 2.5 sacks, and then 2 and then 1. So been really good the last 2 weeks, including a 10 tackle performance against UCLA. Let's see. Christian Miller and Damian Wilson, each with 6 tackles for loss. Jared has gotten 5, but has not gotten a sack. Ellis Robinson making plays in the backfield. Always good to see. Sacks, leading the way is Walker, then Wilson, Hall, Miller, and Tidd, Justin Williams, and then Pemba and Yates have each gotten 1. Everett's up to 5 interceptions. Bowles is at 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Getting some more guys involved there. And the only defensive touchdown we have gotten has been from Ellis Robinson. And, of course, I missed a field goal in that last game. So, super excited for that. And then hadn't had to punt a whole lot. But, yeah, that's where we stand. Next time I see you, hopefully Ole Miss plays better than the 0-4 record that they have. But really, really wanted this revenge game against Texas. I've been looking forward to it since we lost to them. So I was glad we were able to rebound there. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Tulane Dynasty that's also on the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time.